Hi, we're going to show you how to use the smartboard today. The smartboard is already connected to the computer that is in this classroom, so all you have to do is turn both the computer and the smartboard on. You turn the computer on like you would any computer that you've used before. You turn the smartboard on by going over to this gray panel here and pressing the big round yellow lighted button, and then the smartboard will come on. Okay. Once the computer and the smartboard are both turned on, they will work synchronously, and the smartboard will work just like it were your computer, and you can use your finger as a mouse. So here I'm going to use my finger to double click on the Notebook Software 10. It will open, and it will give you an option to orient the smartboard. It's important to orient the smartboard so that it works well with the touch of your finger. So here I will double click orient, and then there's a red cross on each point in the smartboard, and you want to just touch it so that it synchronizes. As I touch it, it moves to the next point on the smartboard. And now we have oriented the smartboard.
Okay, once the smartboard is oriented, you can begin to use the markers. There are 4 different colors of markers below the screen, and there's also an eraser. To use them, you just pick them up, and you'll see a light where the marker used to be, telling you that that marker is activated. And you can simply start writing on the screen with it, just like it were a dry erase marker. The eraser works just the same way. You pick it up, you can wipe off what you've done. And if you'd rather use the markers on the side here, you can go to this toolbar and you can activate the markers this way. There's also a larger highlighter marker you can use. And you can use your hand if you'd rather. Simply draw, and then you can even use this eraser. You just select a large eraser. And it's just that simple.
Another thing that you can do using the smartboard notebook software is browse the internet and save the file and edit it for later use. So here I'll double click on Mozilla Firefox, our most commonly used internet browser. I want to navigate to the Florida State University homepage. So I'll click on the URL field and open up the keyboard simply by pressing the keyboard button on the gray bar underneath the smartboard. I want to make sure that my URL field is highlighted, and then type in www.fsu.edu and hit return to navigate to the homepage of Florida State University. Now I see that the homepage is up, so I want to discuss this further and draw a diagram on it, and so I will open up my side panel by clicking the arrow, and I will simply click the screen capture shot here, and that will automatically take a picture of my web browser and open it up in a notebook software window. Now I can close the web browser by clicking the red X, and open up down here. Automatically a window has opened from the notebook smartboard workbook, and there I have it. And if I want to draw attention to certain things on the home page, I can use the markers by clicking on the markers. Here I'll simply use black, and I can draw an arrow where I need to draw attention or underline the things from the home page in green, for example, which shows up better against the burgundy background. I could also highlight something if something needs to be drawn attention to. And now that I've done my work in the window, I can simply go back to the mouse. This is the mouse up top. If you click on the little arrow, represents using the finger as the mouse. And on the bottom here, I will click on the disk image, which gives me the option to save. I want to save to the E drive, which is normally my external flash drive, external storage unit, which helps me to take my work on the go, open it up on another computer, or use it again the next time I have class. And here I've already got that open, so I'm going to save it. But I want to name it first, so I'm just going to give it the name Florida State using the Smartboard keyboard. Close the keyboard and click Save. And then my notebook file is saved. Now that I've saved my work using the notebook software to the external flash drive, or also known as the E drive, I can go to the Start menu and open my work. If I go to open up my computer and I see that I have the E drive here available, I'll double click with my finger and it brings me all of my files that I have saved on my external flash drive. If you recall, we saved it as Florida State, so I will double click on the file, Florida State, and automatically my file again is opened in the notebook software.
You may also want to open a PowerPoint presentation to use in your class, and to do that, we'll go to the Start menu and we'll open Microsoft Office PowerPoint 2007, and to open a file, we all know how to do this. From an open, I'm going to open something that's already on my desktop because I already brought it off of my flash drive onto the desktop. So double click the name of the presentation. I'm going to click on the Display Presentation button. And you can use these buttons down here to navigate just like you would in a normal class. So to advance the slides, I'll just click on them. It works just like it would on your computer. It'll have the same transitions. And when you're done, in Show. And if you want to save it, if you've changed something and you want to save it again to your flash drive, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just close it out. And you're done.
After you're done with class and done working with the Smartboard, you can simply shut the computer down by going to the Start menu and clicking Turn off the computer. Turn off the computer just like you would normally turning off any computer. Computer will begin shutting down, and you walk over to the gray panel on the right-hand side of the Smartboard and click the big round green button twice to power off the Smartboard. And you're done.